Good morning. My name is Lois Wims. I'm the Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs and your commencement MC for today. It is such a pleasure to welcome our graduates and all of our guests to these, the 149th commencement exercises of Worcester State University.
Buenos días, estudiantes, familiares, amigas y amigos. Mi nombre es doctora Mariana Calle, soy profesora del Departamento de Ciencias de la Salud. Bienvenidas y bienvenidos a la ceremonia de graduación. Felicitaciones y que disfruten de la ceremonia. Good morning, my students, friends, and family members. This is Dr. Mariana Calle. I'm professor of the Health Science Department. Welcome to today's commencement ceremony. Congratulations and enjoy the ceremony.
Eunice Fontanez, member of the class of 2025, will now lead us in singing the national anthem. Please remain standing if you are able. There will be time after the conclusion of the formal exercises for celebration and picture taking. And we have engaged professional photographers who will be taking pictures of each graduate, and the graduates should have received information on ordering those photos directly from the company. With Memorial Day right around the corner, I take a moment now to extend a heartfelt thank you to all of our veterans and service members here with us today. There are members of the platform party that perform a critical role in the university and for the graduating class of 2025, whom I will introduce at this time. Please stand when your name is called. Dr. Jennifer Hood de Grenier, Biology Department Chairperson and Class of 25 Advisor. Josh Katz, Director of Conference and Event Services and Class of 2025 Advisor. He's assisting today on the arena floor. Elaine Asamoah, Class of 2025 Committee Member. Lily Morgan, Class of 2025 Committee Member and SGA President. Kiram Poe, Class of 2025 Committee Member and Student Trustee. Abby St. Martin, Class of 2025 Committee Member. Chantel Gonzalez, class of 2025 committee member. Let's give them a round of applause. First on our program to bring greetings will be Dr. Michelle Corbin, President of the Worcester Chapter, Massachusetts State College Association, Massachusetts Teacher Association, and the National Education Association. Following Dr. Corbin will be Dr. Lisa Colombo, Chair of the Board of Trustees for Worcester State University, to bring greetings on behalf of the board. And after Dr. Colombo will be President Barry Maloney with remarks, followed by Daniel Hsu with the senior class address.
Good morning. Today is a day of celebration as we consider all the work of our students, soon to be graduates, their families and friends, and our campus community. In highlighting our students' achievements, as president of the Worcester State Chapter of the Massachusetts State College Association, I would like to take a moment to recognize the work of the full-time and part-time faculty and librarians of the university. They have worked incredibly hard alongside our students in extraordinary times, using extraordinary measures on the way to this stage. Please join me in applauding them. On behalf of the faculty and librarians here, our sincerest congratulations.
Good morning, class of 2025. Good morning to you and to all of the wonderful people who are joining us here today, online and in person, to celebrate with you. I'm Dr. Lisa Colombo, Chair of the Board of Trustees, and I am joined here this morning by several of my fellow board members that I would like to introduce to you. As I call their names, I'd ask them to please stand and be recognized. Dr. Lawrence M. Sasso, Vice Chair. Trustee Dina A. Nichols. Trustee Amy L. Peterson. Trustee Kyram R. Poe, Jr., your student trustee. Trustee Marina Taylor. Trustee David H. Tuttle. Trustee Darnell Dunn. And Trustee Kelly Brissett. There were two trustees who could not be here with us today, but are very much with us in spirit. Trustee Maureen F. Power, Vice Chair, and Trustee Karen M. LaFond. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I congratulate you all. I think it's fair to say that as trustees, we are deeply vested in your success. Our job as trustees is to support and guide the leaders of Worcester State University, and to do so in accordance with the mission and vision that the administration has set forth. We not only care deeply about the experience of our students, but also want to ensure that you are given the knowledge and tools to thrive in your chosen professions and pathways. If we've carried out our responsibilities correctly, you will have had the opportunity to learn well, to grow, and to reach your full potential. Your academic success is what has brought you here today. Reaching this milestone, your graduation, is evidence that you have seized the opportunities placed before you and taken full advantage of all that was offered in your pursuit of academic success. As trustees, we share the pride that you and your loved ones feel today, and are privileged to share with you in this, your special day. We also recognize that success and achievements are often accomplished with the support of friends, family, extended family members, and your professors. Please take a moment now to make eye contact with someone that has helped you along your educational journey and give them a big thumbs up. It may take you a while to fully comprehend the significance of your accomplishment, but let me assure you that this ceremony is more than just a tradition. It is a vital milestone in your life, one which you will always remember. And amid all the pomp and circumstance, please be sure to pause and savor these moments. Reflect on your experience and be proud. Be very proud of all that you've accomplished. Again, congratulations, class of 2025. Worcester State University's 11th president pledged to put students first from the moment he arrived nearly 14 years ago. This has guided his actions ever since. Please join me in welcoming to the podium President Barry Maloney.
Thank you, Lisa, and I want to thank you for your service as chair to the Board of Trustees and for being here today. On behalf of Worcester State University, I want to welcome our Board of Trustee members, our faculty, our staff, our distinguished guests, as well as the family and friends of our graduating seniors. Last time we'll be able to call you seniors. To this 149th commencement ceremony on the occasion of our 150th anniversary. To all those who are commencing today, congratulations. You know, in closing out this academic year, I found myself surrounded by women whose outstanding leadership have paved the way for many others. At our academic achievement ceremony, we conferred honorary doctorates upon Neve Kennedy, the first independent woman to be elected to chair of the County Council for Donegal in the Republic of Ireland. And also with Lillian Sino Barr, the first black woman to lead Derry City in Northern Ireland. Now, if your ancestral roots go back to the Emerald Isle, or if you, like Mayor Barr, are an immigrant, their stories may resonate with you. Today, we will hear from and bestow honorary doctorates upon two others. Lancer alumna, Dr. Deborah Maddox, the founder and CEO of the Multicultural Wellness Center. As a licensed mental health counselor with a psychology doctorate, she dedicated her career to improving the lives of others, especially those from underrepresented communities. And United States Senator Elizabeth Warren, a strong voice for consumers, equitable education opportunities, and a vibrant economy that works for middle-class families. She is also the first woman ever elected to the United States Senate from Massachusetts. Those stories, and like so many of our alumni, are about courage, leadership, and a commitment to giving back. From our first graduating class in 1876, when we were the Worcester Normal School, Arabella Hannah Tucker was the first woman to register to vote and cast a ballot in Auburn in 1920. She became the Normal Schools Alumni Association Secretary, which is one of the reasons we have good records from those days. Sarah Ella Wilson was one of our first black graduates who graduated in 1894. She taught for nearly 50 years in the Belmont Street School and laid the foundations for the women's and civil rights movement here in Worcester. Graduating in 1905, Agnes Ballard taught for many years in Florida. She became the first female architect registered in that state and the first woman ever elected superintendent of public education for Palm Beach County. Class of 1963's Elaine Tataronis graduated and taught in Worcester and Auburn schools, earned her master's degree in 1974 from Worcester State, and then a doctorate from Boston College in 1991. She became a professor here and then an administrator, closing out her career as the first dean of the School of Education, Health, and Natural Sciences. She gave back abundantly to her alma mater, serving on the Alumni Association Advisory Board and establishing the Tataronis Scholarship for an elementary education student. Sadly, Dr. Tataronis passed away just a few weeks ago. we have her still deep in our hearts and in our minds. In 1986, Ann Goby graduated. She went on to earn a law degree and was elected to the Spencer School Committee and then was elected as state senator. Today, she is the Director of Rural Affairs for the Healy-Driscoll administration. So if you are one of the many women who are graduating today, may these stories inspire you. But whatever your gender, you too can make a difference in the world. As these women have done, show courage, take some risk, put yourself out there, break some new ground, shatter some glass ceilings. Bring along others with you and lead by your example. And of course, give back by serving your communities, which can take many forms. Maybe it's running for office as Senator Warren, the Irish mayors did, Arabella Tucker, Agnes Ballard, and Ann Goby. Maybe you fully appreciate what others have done for you, as Dr. Maddox has said that the Office of Minority and Multicultural Affairs did for her, and then give back to that special community, as she has done. But stay connected to your alma mater, as Arabella Tucker and Elaine Tataronis did. Graduates, I welcome all of you to our illustrious Alumni Association class of 2025. Congratulations. Now you'll see that we have additional presentations to offer this morning. The university has a tradition of recognizing trustees before they leave the board, which this year includes student trustee Kyron Poe, Karen LaFond, Dina Nichols, and Marina Taylor. First, I would ask Kyron Poe Jr. to please stand and come forward to the podium. Kyron was elected to the Board of Trustees in 2024 as the student trustee, where he has been the voice for all students with a focus on food insecurity, civic engagement, and where he served on the Academic and Student Development Committee. He has also served in various other leadership roles on campus. He graduates today with a degree in communication, a concentration in digital media production, and a minor in theater. In the fall, he will attend Boston University to pursue a master's degree in communications. It is in sincere appreciation for your exceptional contribution and personal devotion as a member of the Board of Trustees from 2024 to 25 that we present you with this plaque. Please join me in honoring Mr. Kyron Poe, Jr. No photography. I don't know where the photographer is. There photographer here? Oh, there he is. Okay, let's hold on. You guys were a little incognito there. Sorry about that. All right. Would Trustee Dina Nichols please stand and come to the podium? Dina Nichols was appointed by Governor Baker in 2015 to the Worcester State University Board of Trustees, serving as chair of the Human Resources Committee from 2021 to 2024, and serving on the Finance and Facilities Committee as well. She is a full-time licensed realtor and was a social worker for the Massachusetts Department of Public Welfare and had a successful career in human resources at a Boston-based financial services company. In sincere appreciation for your exceptional contribution and personal devotion as a member of the Board of Trustees from 2015 to 2025, we present you with this plaque. Please join me in honoring Trustee Dina Nichols. Thank you. We'll go over here. Would Marina Taylor please stand and come to the podium? Marina Taylor was appointed by Governor Baker in 2015 to the Worcester State University Board of Trustees, serving as chair of the board from 2023 to 2024 and chair of the Finance and Facilities Committee from 2021 to 2023. She is the vice president at Fidelity Cooperative Bank and has volunteered at numerous organizations within Massachusetts. In her several roles on our board, she has dedicated hundreds of hours to helping us navigate through the pandemic and the financial challenges that resulted from it. It is in sincere appreciation for your exceptional contributions and personal devotion as a member of the Board of Trustees from 2015 to 2025. We present you with this plaque. Please join me in celebrating Ms. Marina Taylor. Karen LaFond is a shareholder and attorney with the firm Fletcher Tilton. She was appointed as a trustee by Governor Baker in 2015. She was unable to be with us here today, so I accept this plaque on her behalf, grateful for her recognition of years of service on the board. Graduates, it now gives me great pleasure to introduce our student speaker, Daniel Hsu. We were told in advance Daniel was going to have a big group with him, big group. Daniel is a business administration major with a concentration in finance and a minor in economics. During his time at Worcester State, Daniel completed 4 internships in his field and was the co-vice president for the IMA Accounting Club and served as a career coach in the university's Career Development Center. After graduating, Daniel will be interning with PricewaterhouseCoopers in New York City and then moving to Seattle to begin his career as a finance and equity analyst at Carta. Please join me in welcoming Daniel Hsu.
Thank you all. This is very surreal. Hi Mom, hi Dad, I'm up there. Class of 2025, congratulations, we did it. Whether you're watching from afar or you're here with us today, you've taken the time out of your lives to put your life on pause, and for that, we thank you. My name is Daniel Hsu, and I'm honored to be your student commencement speaker. Rather than sharing my achievements and how I've gotten there, I'd like to talk about our struggles and hardships, the things that we face throughout life that is most common, what we are afraid to talk about. I hope that hearing my background today brings a sense of comfort and that you're not alone, and what we consider our mistakes or regrets don't define us nor the decisions we will make in our future. I'm a failure, a disappointment, a sad, washed-out athlete. These are the titles that I thought defined myself early on in my college career. They were headliners in conversations, influenced my decisions, and constricted me from who I could be. I grew up in the Bay Area, California, where I played competitive soccer since the day I can remember. Throughout high school, I had the luxury of skipping class frequently, as I was able to travel across the country, even across the world. Life for me growing up was being a soccer player. Of course, this led to my college decision, where I was recruited to play to a university in Buffalo, New York, 2,000 miles away and 50 degrees colder than what I was used to. When I got there, things were going great. I was doing well, got along with everyone, even earned my starting spot for the season. Until it all wasn't. In our last preseason game, I tore my ACL. Every day after was a living nightmare, as I was forced to sit on the sidelines and watch everyone do what I trained my whole life for. I became a D1 crash out. I stopped attending class, stopped submitting work, cut off close ones in my life. That semester, I finished with a .89 GPA. Consequently, I was removed from the university. As a soccer player, my life had ended, and to my family and friends, I was a disappointment. Now, this shook me. I was determined to change my narrative, to be something better, to do something different. So I transferred to a community college to continue being a soccer player. After successfully picking up my grades, as well as helping lead my school to a national championship, Worcester State University called me. When I was on the phone with Coach, he told me what he saw in me, and it wasn't my speed, my physicality, nor my technique, but rather my determination, charisma, and the love I had for my team and the game. Those are what Worcester State University embodies and looks for, not the soccer player who is a failure, a disappointment, or someone with raging commitment issues. As we step into my new journey at Worcester State, there's a specific person in class that comes to mind. Financial accounting with Professor Dubray. One day after class, he pulled me aside and he told me, "Hey, you're doing really well in this class. You should attend our accounting club meeting." Only one thought was going through my head. No way. How boring. Fast forward a year later, I am now a co-vice president of the club, have a career in finance, and now can't stop making jokes about maximizing shareholder value. With our professors pushing us to follow what we are passionate about, and our classmates encouraging us to step out of our comfort zones, and opportunities available to lead within our community are all what makes Worcester State University so unique. This special place and group of people have led me to discover a path that was right in front of me, yet I was reluctant to see. Along this path, there was a conversation with one of my closest friends, Andy, where he asked me the question that would forever change my life. Who do you look up to? Without any hesitation, I said, my dad, of course. I went on and on about how great of a person he is, all the things he's accomplished in his life, how he shares and cares with his loved ones, and most important of them all, how great of a cook he is. All my life, I wanted to be just like him. After yapping for about an hour, I'd finally returned the question back to my friend, where he proceeded to tell me, rather than looking up to someone, I look up to those close around me and the traits I value most from them and apply them to myself. So short answer, me, but with time. 10 years of therapy, all done within a minute. He showed me that without putting someone or something on such a pedestal, you're able to find the true values that make up who you want to be, not what you want to do. With a simple change of attitude and a community that supports one another, I've been able to focus on the values that got me to who I am today and who I want to be going forward. The near-perfect grades, several internships, and being involved in student leadership are all the tangible goals I've been able to achieve. What I take pride in goes beyond those things. I'm proud of the values that this university and the people within it have given me. The confidence to view myself beyond such titles, not letting comparison be the thief of self-worth, and embracing my curiosity and uniqueness. Now, before I say thanks to those people mentioned, I'd like to finish my remarks with this. Our world is full of uncertainties. As today, we sit before our future nurses, lawyers, educators, and for the most part, we don't know. But that's okay, because one thing is certain. When we walk out of this room today, we might not know what we want to do, but we all can choose who we can be. We can be the people to change our world as we know it, through looking past the scary titles and seeing the true values that make our world. The question to ask ourselves is not what will I do? The question to ask is who will I become? To close out my time here, I'd like to thank those who have made this journey meaningful. To our professors, thank you for your wisdom in preparing us for our futures. Faculty and staff, thank you for shaping our campus and supporting us all of our needs beyond the classroom. To the administrators, thank you for working behind the scenes to making this university run so smoothly. To my fellow graduates and peers, thank you for the memories, laughter, and sharing growth. To our guests and supporters, thank you for coming out here and being with us for this moment. And lastly, to my family from California and my crazy friends from Buffalo, thank you for coming this far to be a part of this moment. Congratulations, class of 2025. And in the words of my favorite artist, Knock 2, there is no limit to what we can do.
It gives me great pleasure to welcome and introduce our commencement speaker, Dr. Deborah Maddox, the president and CEO of the Multicultural Wellness Center, who was indeed selected by the class of 2025 student body.
These glasses on. Good morning, President Maloney, Board of Trustees, faculty, Senator Elizabeth Warren, the class of 2025, parents and friends of Worcester State University. It is an honor to be here, and I would like to say thank you to the class of 2025 for inviting me to speak today. It's truly an honor. When I look around Worcester State University, I marvel at the growth that has occurred. When I attended Worcester State, it was a college, and there were a total of four buildings. And I am sure that much of the growth can be attributed to President Maloney and the Board of Trustees. I graduated in 1982. I know that seems like a long time ago, and it is, but I never left Worcester State. I have been involved in activities through the Office of Multicultural Affairs, and I have contributed financially to the university since leaving. Recently, my organization contributed $30,000 toward the Brother and Sister Conference. That's how much I am committed to the organization. Before I begin, I would like to congratulate the class of 2025, and I would like to have everyone just offer them a round of applause for their tenacity, perseverance, and hard work. You made it. Today, I would like to share with you some information regarding my journey prior to entering Worcester State, during and after leaving. I would like to share some personal information with you, such as the fact that I am Worcester born and bred. I grew up in a single-parent household, and when I reflect upon my family and our humble beginnings, I realize that our family is unique, and that myself and my 3 siblings received graduate degrees. 2 of us received undergraduate degrees from Worcester State University, and my older brother attended another state university, which is Salem State. My younger brother attended a private college out of state, but he too has a relationship with this university, and that he attended the Upward Bound program, which is a pre-collegiate program for high school seniors. Upon graduating from college, he returned to coordinate that program for a period of time. For my family, a state college education made college affordable. Attending Worcester State University shaped my life in the most positive and meaningful way. It afforded me the opportunity to form lifelong relationships. It also taught me life skills that have sustained throughout my career. Some of these skills include self-advocacy, assertiveness, and leadership. Having served as the president of the student organization Third World Alliance, I learned to conduct meetings, engage in collaborative efforts, work with diverse groups on issues that sometimes required problem-solving skills, conflict resolution, as well as negotiation. I am sure that some of you can relate to the attainment of life skills as you begin your careers as graduate students or as you enter into the world of work. I have had a remarkable career that has mostly been community-based, and much thanks is given to those who imparted knowledge onto me. While at Worcester State University, I encountered professors and others who left a lasting impression on me. These individuals demonstrated a sense of commitment and dedication to serving students. Professor O'Connor taught history and systems of psychology, which was very dense with information. The class was held at 8:30 in the morning, and while we students were half asleep, Professor O'Connor seemed as though he had drank 5 cups of coffee. He was so wound up that he enlivened our energy. I don't know if he exuded so much energy because he knew how challenging it was to learn so much dense information, but he wanted us to attend to what was being said. So it could have been theatrics. I appreciated him because his level of energy allowed me to pass his course with flying colors. Professor Brophy taught philosophy in a unique manner that garnered participation from all students. His way of teaching philosophy made it enjoyable, and not just because he swore in class to foster engagement, but because his students received memorable experiences about morality and ethical dilemmas. Professor Cohen, a Jewish man, demonstrated his commitment to the students of Worcester State University by teaching an African American history course. When I took the course, it was not being offered in the general curriculum that semester. So he allowed me to take the course independently, which is something he did not have to do, but his level of commitment and dedication led him to accommodate my academic needs. Professor Matheson taught biology and allowed me to take part 1 of his class, pass-fail. When I attempted to take part 2 of his class, pass-fail, he admonished me and told me that I should not take the easy way out and that I should challenge myself. I took his class for a letter grade and I passed with an A. Mr. Sidney Buxton inspired me more than I could have ever imagined. Upon enrolling at Worcester State University, I made my way to the Office of Multicultural Affairs, and I was hired as a work-study student. That was one of the best things that I could have done because it became a stepping stone for my future, and I came to understand the meaning of a true mentor. While at Worcester State, and since leaving, I have conferred with Mr. Buxton on school, work, and personal matters. In fact, I spent time with him yesterday just catching up on life. Not only has he mentored me, but he has also mentored thousands of students and taught us how to believe in ourselves and how to use rational thought to solve problems and to engage in epistemological thinking. Dr. Tanya Mears impacted me through my daughter, who is also a Worcester State University graduate. My daughter, Naya, graduated with a business degree, but when she took Dr. Mears' African American Studies classes, she decided to obtain a minor in ethnic studies. Reflecting upon my journey, it is notable that I grew up during a time when the grassroots movement was in effect. People took charge of what was going on in the community and shared in the growth and development of what was best for the community through their quest for social justice. Community leaders such as Joyce Jenkins, who ran the Piedmont Neighborhood Center, which was a social service agency in Worcester, and Mr. David Hampton, who was the president of Third World Jobs Clearinghouse, which was an organization that worked toward equality in the trades field of construction. Also, Elizabeth Price, another leader, who was the founder and the director, one of the founders and the director of Prospect House, a social service organization in Worcester. I mention these organizations because they piqued my interest in social justice and working to right what was unjust. I was able to actualize my vision for social justice through working at Third World Jobs Clearinghouse and the Prospect House during my summers while I was in high school, as I began working at the age of 14. I would not have traded those experiences, as they gave me the drive to right the world. At a time when history is being erased, I hold on to these memories because I know they are true and just. And we have people like Senator Warren who have championed social justice for all. My first job out of college was as a community organizer, working for the Diocese of Worcester in the Urban Ministry Office, which was an office that dealt with social justice issues within the Diocese of Worcester. My job was to organize Black Catholics so that they could feel a part of the Catholic community. I worked under Monsignor Francis Scollin, who was a visionary for social justice within the Catholic Church, and he too was a mentor to me. I have had several jobs through my career, but the most impactful has been in the creation of 2 businesses that served underserved populations through aiding them toward mental wellness and imparting life skills onto them to succeed in the world. I literally came up with the vision of establishing my business in a dream. The organization I founded in Worcester in 2005 is the Multicultural Wellness Center. In 2017, I founded Multicultural Wellness West, which is in Las Vegas, Nevada. Both share the same vision, to provide mental health services to diverse communities who have been historically underserved and underrepresented in the mental health field. I am happy to inform you of my businesses, as this is Mental Health Awareness Month. I would like to say to the class of 2025, dare to dream, because dreams help to inspire goals that can lead to an awesome future. I recently had the opportunity to meet with student leaders from Worcester State University: Elaine Asamoah, Chantel Gonzalez, Lily Morgan, Karam Poe, and Abby St. Martin. One of the questions they asked was if I had any advice to offer as they prepare for their lives beyond Worcester State University. I told them they have spent the last 4 years preparing for life outside of Worcester State University, because attending Worcester State University had placed them in a position to succeed in their respective careers. I also told them that I found it useful to listen and observe the interactions of others at work and not to jump headfirst into situations. I'm sorry, Elizabeth Warren, but I also advised them not to express their opinions about politics in the break room, because it could potentially create a difficult situation, especially during these times. I advised them not to discuss race relations in the break room for the same reasons. There is a poem written by Linda Ellis entitled "The Dash," which is usually spoken during funerals. This is by no means a funeral, it's a celebration. But I would like to discuss the significance of the dash. The dash represents one's life story. It is the space between the day you were born and the day you leave this earth. I posit that today is the beginning of a time in your life where you start to fill in parts of your story that will be significant toward your dash. This experience and some of the work experiences I mentioned today are all part of my dash. When I think about my dash, I am proud of my achievements in the world of work, as a parent and as a family member. My family not only includes my biological family, but my Worcester State University family as well. In closing, I would like to share with you some of my ingredients for success that have guided me throughout my life course. In the words of the great rapper and Pulitzer Prize winner, Kendrick Lamar, be humble. Humility can aid in your being appreciated by others and lead to self-appreciation. Have respect for yourself and others. Be thoughtful. Exude confidence even when you are fearful on the inside. Identify a mentor and accept the wisdom and guidance that he or she provides. I have mentored hundreds of individuals, either through work, through teaching at Assumption University, and providing clinical supervision to those entering the field of counseling or psychology. Think big. As they say, the world is your oyster. Do not settle for mediocrity. Strive for success. Engage in wellness practices. Do not let work control you. You control the patterns in your life, and you must create a balance between work and everyday life, especially with family. Accept criticism, both positive and negative, because both can lead to growth. Do not be afraid to multitask with work and school attendance. During my career, I have worked more than 1 or 2 jobs simultaneously while parenting, all of which was toward the goal of filling in my dash. My last ingredient is to encourage you to enjoy life and go out into the world and paint your canvas and fill in your dash. Thank you, and good luck with your future endeavors, class of 2025.
Dr. Deborah Maddox is the president and CEO of Multicultural Wellness Center and has dedicated her life's work to serving, supporting, and uplifting culturally diverse, historically underserved communities. A Worcester native with deep roots in the community, she earned a bachelor's degree in psychology at Worcester State, followed by a master's degree in rehabilitation counseling from Assumption University and a doctorate in psychology from Antioch University, New England Graduate School. Dr. Maddox is a licensed mental health counselor in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. She is also a licensed marriage and family therapist, licensed rehabilitation counselor, certified school psychologist, nationally certified rehabilitation counselor, licensed school psychologist, and licensed clinical professional counselor in the state of Nevada. Dr. Maddox's clinical interests are in race, culture, and the impact of culture on adjustment and acculturation. In 2005, she founded the nonprofit Multicultural Wellness Center, a behavioral health clinic that specializes in the treatment of individuals from diverse cultural backgrounds, who has been historically underserved and underrepresented in the mental health field. Since 2009, the Multicultural Wellness Center has employed and trained more than 150 community members to work with that unique population. In 2017, Dr. Maddox expanded services to Las Vegas, Nevada by opening Multicultural Wellness West. As an educator, Dr. Maddox has worked to train the next generation of clinicians and counselors, teaching at Assumption University and Quinsigamond Community College. She has shared her expertise throughout the community through trainings and presentations to schools and mental health providers on topics including racial trauma, cultural competence, and working with people from diverse cultural backgrounds in the treatment of addictions and family therapy. Dr. Maddox has given back to the community through service on numerous boards, including the Diocese of Worcester Catholic Schools Board, the Worcester District Attorney's Opioid Task Force, and the Worcester City Managers Coalition Against Bias and Hate. Her service and accomplishments have been widely recognized. She was awarded the President's Volunteer Service Award under President Barack Obama and has received local awards in the city of Worcester.
In recognition of your outstanding achievements as a mental health clinician, educator, founder of the Multicultural Wellness Center, and your service to the Worcester community and beyond, Worcester State University confers upon you, Dr. Deborah Maddox, the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters honoris causa.
The George I. Alden Excellence in Teaching Award is the highest honor Worcester State bestows upon faculty. These faculty members exemplify excellence in teaching, advising, and mentoring. Dr. Colleen Sullivan, please stand. Dr. Sullivan is a professor of psychology and director of the first-year program. She earned her master's degree and PhD in applied developmental psychology from the University of Maryland, where her research focused on first-year college student adjustment. Dr. Sullivan approaches education through mentorship, guided by the 3 C's: comfort, community, and confidence. Dr. Sullivan believes students learn best when they apply theory to real-world experience. Through discussions, research projects, and policy initiatives, she encourages critical thinking and connections between coursework and life outside the classroom. Her work has been supported by multiple grants through the Worcester State Foundation's Research, Scholarship, and Creativity Fund and the Student Undergraduate Research Grant. Dr. Sullivan believes education is more than acquiring knowledge. It's about building confidence, skills, and the ability to navigate the world beyond the classroom. Congratulations, Colleen. Dr. Brittany J., please stand. Dr. J. is an assistant professor of psychology, and she earned her master's degree and PhD in cognitive neuroscience from Boston College. Passionate about making psychology engaging and accessible, she focuses on inclusive, student-centered learning. She integrates flexible policies such as OOPS tokens for deadline extensions, transparent grading, and mental health statements in her syllabi. Drawing from her experience as the coordinator of the National Living Laboratory Initiative at the Museum of Science Boston, she designs interactive exhibits and hands-on experiments. Her dedication to innovative pedagogy has been recognized through grants from the Society for the Teaching of Psychology and the Worcester Art Museum. Congratulations, Brittany. Next, to bring greetings to our commencement ceremony, please help me welcome United States Senator Elizabeth Warren.
Worcester State. It's good to be here. Yes. And congratulations to the class of 2025. You guys earned this. What a day and what a remarkable achievement. This is the end of cramming for exams and the beginning of better food options than the dining hall. It is a total win-win. So let's hear a big woo-hoo for never having to log into My Woo State again. Come on. So I also want to say a big congratulations to all the parents and the loved ones who are here today. I know you have shown your support over the last 4 years by repeatedly Venmoing your kids for supplies and late night Celsius. Let's hear it for our families who are here today. And of course, we can't forget the faculty, the professors, the staff here at Worcester State who helped you every step of the way. The early morning classes and the late night cleaning, these are all of the people who kept it running. Let's hear it for our teachers and all of the support staff. Now, like all graduation speakers, my job today is to do two things. One, give a little good advice, and the second, not talk too long. So I'm ready to go. We could make a deal here. Okay, here's my advice. Never post on social media after midnight. Okay, that is just to see if you're paying attention, but I do stand by that advice, especially if you ever want to run for public office. My real advice is this: be open to change. Sometimes it comes in the form of a wonderful opportunity already wrapped up with bells and ribbons, and sometimes it comes as a punch in the face. Either way, you got to be open to change. I graduated from the University of Houston, which is a long way south and west of here, but it's a lot like Woo State. A mix of students and majors and different paths, and all of us scrambling to get that degree. I missed my actual college graduation. I was already married, and my husband had a job 1,000,000 miles away. So as soon as I took my last final, I packed up the car and I joined him. But even without the chance to walk across the stage, I was excited. First in my family to graduate from college, and I was 100% sure where I was headed. I had made good decisions, the right major, the right classes, I had my job lined up. I was 20 years old when I graduated, and I was set on my life's path. And I was right in the short run. My dream job started in September after graduation. I was a public school teacher. Can we hear for our public school teachers? Come on, public school teachers. So here I was working at an elementary school. I worked with special needs kids, the really little ones, and I loved it. I mean, loved it. So it was clear to me that all of my decisions about my courses, my major, my first job, yeah, they really mattered, and I was set for life. That was September. The following May, I got fired. Yeah, well, those were the days when women could get fired for being pregnant. And that is exactly what happened. The principal discovered that I was pregnant, wished me luck, and showed me the door. So there I was, sure that my life was set in one direction, and now it was over. It truly felt like the end of the world. A punch in the face, and I managed to land flat on my butt. And then, 2 years later, one baby, one dog, one move, I ended up going to law school. Now, this time around, I was sure I had it figured out. I would be a trial lawyer. Why not? I could totally do this. 3 years, one more baby, one more dog, one more move, and one divorce later, I was not a trial lawyer. In fact, I've been inside the courtroom in that capacity only once. Instead, I became a professor. So yes, I will confess I am a nerd. What can I say? But now, many years and many dogs and one more husband later, I count them. I have the honor of being your senator. And here's the kind of amazing part. I get up every day and I get into a fight for all of our kids. The kids with special needs who need a little more help, and for all of our teachers and all of our librarians and all of our cafeteria workers and our janitorial staff and all the people who make our education system work. So the way I look at it, I'm still partly doing what that 20-year-old set out to do. I'm just doing it differently. And my graduation advice is tied up in that story. Throw yourself into your work. Take the chance on your dream to become a teacher or an engineer or a chef or a nurse, to start your own business. And then, if you discover at some point, early on or years later, if you don't wake up every day loving it, then move on. Embrace the change. You can do something else. If you get laid off and you feel like you've been punched in the face, that is not forever either. It is just change, and I guarantee you can do something else. You don't have to stick with Plan 1 forever. Throw yourself into Plan 1, but not necessarily forever. Take a look at Dunkin' Donuts, right? The donuts part worked for a while, but things change, and now they're just officially Dunkin', and they're rocking it. Just ask Ben Affleck. Life is all about opportunity. Spot the chances, keep an open mind, consider the unexpected, entertain the odd opportunity that comes looking for you, and never be so faithful to your first plan that when you hit a bump in the road or when the bump hits you, that you don't have the fortitude and the grace and the resiliency to rethink and regroup for the next plan. Look, I won't sugarcoat it. Things are really tough right now. Americans' basic rights are under attack. Science and schools are under attack. Immigrant families are being torn apart. Our economy is teetering. And that is exactly why we need people who can change their plans. Now more than ever. We need resilient people, people who see the glass half full, people who will take any situation, no matter how hard it is, and fight to do what they can to make things better. Those are the kind of people we need in our world right now. It's tough, but I have high hopes for every single one of you. I have high hopes because at this moment, you've already done something that's tough. You've earned your place here today. You've shown up, you've done the work, you've stuck it out, you've pushed yourself, and best of all, you have graduated, and that is something to be proud of. So that's it, class of 2025. You make us proud and you give us hope. By getting an excellent education, you have built a strong and resilient foundation. And if you work hard, if you persevere, if you leave yourself open to unexpected change, you'll not only find your way through this world, you will help make this world a better place for all of us. So thank you and congratulations. Thank you.
Elizabeth Warren, a law professor for more than 30 years, became the first woman from Massachusetts ever elected to the United States Senate in 2012. Now serving in her third year, Senator Warren is one of the nation's leading progressive voices. Senator Warren's career began as an elementary school teacher after she graduated from college. When her daughter was 2, Senator Warren started law school. Shortly after she graduated, her son was born. Senator Warren practiced law out of her living room, but she soon returned to teaching. She went on to teach courses on commercial law, contracts, and bankruptcy. She has written more than 100 articles and 11 books, including 4 national bestsellers. These are Fight for Our Fight, A Fighting Chance, The 2 Income Trap, and All Your Worth. Since being elected to the United States Senate, Senator Warren has led the fight to cancel student loan debt. Her unwavering effort led to student debt relief for over 5 million people across the country, including, yes, clap for that, including through reforms to the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program. Senator Warren has also been a leading voice in holding predatory student loan servicers and for-profit college accountable. She helped secure $750 million in debt relief for students who were cheated by predatory for-profit colleges, including 4,500 Massachusetts students and more than 28,000 students across the country. Senator Warren has used her platform to hold some of the nation's largest corporations and most powerful government agencies accountable for waste, fraud, and abuse. She currently serves as a top Democrat on the Senate Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs Committee. She was the key driver for the creation of the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, which has returned more than $21 billion to American consumers. Since taking office, Senator Warren has brought more than $50 billion in federal funding to Massachusetts. The funding and investments have helped build and maintain roads and bridges, improved broadband access in all corners of the Commonwealth, invest in public transport and energy infrastructure, supplied electric school buses, funded research innovation, supported firefighters, enabled community projects, and supported a Worcester State University STEM program to bridge high school students to college.
In recognition of your outstanding achievements in public service, education, and advocacy, on behalf of the people of Massachusetts and the nation, Worcester State University confers upon you, Senator Elizabeth Warren, the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters honoris causa.
When we pick up our diploma, we will be carrying a lot of memories along with it.
We came from all over and overcame so much to share this one great journey. When I first came into Worcester State, I was completely lost. I had no idea what way I wanted to go. I didn't really know what I was doing.
I have always had the determination, I just didn't know how to use it.
I definitely came in very shy and introverted, but being involved on campus has opened me up.
I came here to Worcester State and I felt welcome almost immediately.
I never knew there were opportunities for people who got involved in clubs. I didn't know there were outside opportunities. I didn't know I was gonna network with President Maloney. It exceeded all my expectations.
At Worcester State, we're allowed to be different. We're allowed to be ourselves, to be our own story.
With the help and guidance of the faculty here, I've really been able to turn into a person that I never thought I'd be able to be. Welcome home. This is, where accounting and finance become sexy.
Playing college basketball for 4 years and being a 2-year captain has allowed me to lead, learn, and grow as an individual. Being able to meet different professors that pushed me to join new clubs and organizations allowed me to better myself.
This is a monumental moment in my life because this is where I became a student supervisor and meet a lot of friends.
Living here in the environment with the students, being on campus, and experiencing that campus life aspect has really shaped me into the person I am today.
I am SGA president. I'm doing some other involvement things, some leadership positions, because I didn't want other students to feel as scared as I did when I got here.
An amazing moment for me was during the conclusion of my fall of 2024 semester when I was able to showcase the short film I helped to work on.
Being a first-generation student, it's going to be a really big accomplishment. I'm honestly probably going to cry.
My mom is my biggest cheerleader, and being a first-generation student, being the first in my family to walk stage, I know she's definitely proud of me.
I know that she sacrificed a lot for me to get here, and so thank you, Mom.
I feel beyond accomplished. I feel like I have been equipped with the proper tools to succeed, to embark on a new journey.
I'll look back at Worcester State time and know that I loved my time here, and I'm gonna miss it a lot.
I would say my favorite thing about Worcester State is the fact that anyone on campus is willing to help you.
It's probably the campus life. The campus life is amazing. But really, Worcester State University is the best because of us. And now we move forward with a tomorrow that has been reimagined.
Now is the time we have all been waiting for. We will proceed with the awarding of the degrees in order that we can all share in the enjoyment of this most important part of the ceremonies. I kindly ask everyone to remain seated until all degrees are conferred and the ceremony concludes. Degrees will be presented by Trustee Dr. Lisa Colombo and other trustees on this side, and by President Maloney on this side. The candidates from the School of Science, Technology, and Health will be announced by their Dean, Linda Larrabee. The candidates from the School of Humanities and Social Sciences will be announced by their Dean, Russ Pottle. And the candidates for Education, Liberal, and Interdisciplinary Studies will be announced by their Dean, Reynold Lewis. A word to the graduates. Please return to your seat after you receive your diploma. Your classmates who follow you across the stage will be so grateful. We also ask the audience to hold your applause so that all may hear the next graduate's name as it is called. Will all candidates for baccalaureate degrees please rise? President Maloney, Trustee Chair Colombo, I have the honor to present to you the candidates for baccalaureate degrees.
By the authority of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, vested in the Board of Higher Education, and by it delegated to the Board of Trustees, the President, and the faculty of this university, I am proud to confer 887 baccalaureate degrees.
Now announcing the graduates from biology. Abigail Grass McKay.
Now announcing the graduates from business administration. Jason Nguyen.
Emily Roy.
Paul H.
Margaret Elizabeth Moran, magna cum laude.
William N. Lopes.
Jonathan C. Graveson.
Candida Pereira Dufrechu.
Kernija Mercedes London.
Haley Elizabeth Arsenault, magna cum laude.
Elin Elizabeth Kaufman.
Anthony Tosi Carroll, cum laude.
Christian Finney, cum laude.
Michael Arabai.
Nadis Acevedo, summa cum laude.
Julia Elizabeth Callahan, magna cum laude.
Ivy Quay.
Justin John Freeland.
Sundos Nalawi.
Chris Hanush.
Mariam Amar, summa cum laude.
Kevin Samir Hanush.
Michaela Lynn Newberry.
Anthony Daniel Emeroni, cum laude.
Quinn Shattuck, magna cum laude.
Michael Thomas Cooper.
Olivia Ann Valeri.
Andrew Miguel Medina.
Brooke Luella Garepi.
Brian Stephen Perez.
Noor Abdulazada.
Joseph David Morgan.
Sophia Christina David.
Natalia Ariana Morin.
Hawashim Abduzaga.
Allison Juliet Perez Lopez.
Samara Raquel Ahmed.
Jonathan Oliveria Moreria.
Avriana Jasmine de Jesus.
Eliani Altagracia Hilario, cum laude.
Lily Marie Givner.
Mason James Fitzpatrick.
Disha Kavna.
Javian Enrique Nieves.
Iona Changova, magna cum laude.
Lauren Ruth Garrow.
Nastana Darwishi.
Wyatt Friedlander, magna cum laude.
Caitlin Oliveira.
Nicholas Hunter Baldino.
Cecilia Sanchez.
Ryan Scott Keating.
Kaylee Elizabeth Bernard.
Kevin B. Rafferty.
Catherine Marie Hastings, cum laude.
Jonathan Gary Parsons, cum laude.
Angelina Han Ho.
William Taines McGlynn.
Maura Victoria McCarthy.
Louis Daniel Valente III.
Hunter Andrew Novak, magna cum laude.
Maxwell Lee Tucker.
Andre Antonio Padilla.
Jakob Kubik, magna cum laude.
James Lawrence Barter, summa cum laude.
U or W? Koval. Matthew John Kowal, magna cum laude.
Corey David Clark.
Brigham McLean Newhold, magna cum laude.
Matthew Aaron Talbot.
Shane Michael Prifrell.
Caesar Hu Tran, magna cum laude.
Devin Thomas Barrell.
Bristol Samuel Washington.
Tam N. Lay.
Noel Robert Gerrans.
Grady Songo.
Jolie Eleonora McKelvey.
Got it. Christopher Richard Bunnell.
Henry Osuad Adu Jr.
Bailey's sister. Natalie Sue Boudiette, magna cum laude.
Melanie Giselle Villamil.
Alexa Nicole Harris.
Jessica Lynn Jarvis, cum laude.
Matthew Owen Lysick, magna cum laude.
Evelina Saleh Varnas.
Catherine Jerigweet Trinidad, cum laude.
Griselda Tabale, magna cum laude.
Randa Alasmi.
Aiden Desilets.
Lourdes Morales Vera, summa cum laude.
Marak Raul German Francisco, cum laude.
Deshaun McDowell, cum laude.
Rebecca Elizabeth Lovejoy, summa cum laude.
Douglas Mercurio.
Zachary Mizell.
Owen Christopher Batchelder.
Mark Arnoux.
Thomas James Conrad.
Joseph Michael Vessel.
Patrick Michael Rennie.
Alketa Dalia, magna cum laude.
Mai Nguyen.
Nuran Alusi, cum laude.
Alexis Batty.
Myra Wakar.
Josue Gonzalez.
Carelis Nicole Martinez.
Carly Elizabeth Sheen.
Nicholas Michael Falcone.
Elena Jean Gendomenico, summa cum laude.
Now announcing the graduates from chemistry.
Matthew
Ian.
Paul Ethier, cum laude.
Ian Devlin McCarthy, summa cum laude.
Jonathan J. Lane.
Aiden DeForest Fish.
Ryan Patrick Conley.
Julissa Rodriguez.
Ryan Patrick Kowal, cum laude.
Gabrielle Susan Simpson.
Peter Louis Spilos, magna cum laude.
Giuliani Diaz Gonzalez.
Adam Jeffrey Rutherford.
Now announcing the graduates from Communication Sciences and Disorders. Megan Elaine Marco, summa cum laude.
Brenna Lynn Hickey.
Isabella Conray, summa cum laude.
Gajra Amelia Walker.
Sylvie Marie Bellafleur.
Desiree Ann Bergeron.
Kirsten Anna Landine Clasby.
Gary Tahoe.
Cleary Lee Cleary.
Carly Millette.
Amy Caroline Strokidis.
Mayar Mustafa Reda.
Lauren Odessa Alphonse, magna cum laude.
Logan Xavier Rivard.
Rachel Beth Demers.
William James Bailey.
Catherine Mary Hernovitz.
James Lawrence Bork III, cum laude.
Now announcing the graduates from Computer Science.
Ricardo Enrique Mendez.
Nansen Nguyen, summa cum laude.
Joshua Yazari.
Benjamin Frederick Gelino, summa cum laude.
Method Nushimi, cum laude.
Nicholas Salvomini, summa cum laude.
Emma Dorothy Schoberg.
Emily Elizabeth Grace Anderson, magna cum laude.
Calvin N. Tran, magna cum laude.
Jason Kindle, magna cum laude.
Caden Min Nguyen, cum laude.
Griffin Butler. Camille Gerard Larshevich.
Matthew Robert Labonte.
Victor Pacheco, summa cum laude.
Julia Ann Hamill, magna cum laude.
Anthony Jung, magna cum laude.
Serena Helen Screen.
Marlon Giovanni Landvert.
Raylan Elise Callahan.
Jalon Brody.
Neve Christina Hefferman.
Giovanni Cassiano, cum laude.
Jennifer Santos, summa cum laude.
James Julian, cum laude.
Lou Irie Sally Melissa Gohan.
Winston Christopher Liu. David Castillo.
Alexander Apitu.
Anthony Wang Kao, summa cum laude.
Timon Shishwaka Nidai.
Joshua William Fife, summa cum laude.
Kyle A. Allen, cum laude.
Sean Budzinski.
Lake Opoku Amakwa.
Brandon Buria Jr.
Nolan Michael Flibert.
Donna May Noine Abayon.
Mirza Lopez.
Andrew George, summa cum laude.
Julie Bastos Merta.
Camera Shea Barron, summa cum laude.
Giselle Orialis Gutierrez.
Enardo Duri.
Basil Niglawe.
Safer Karkonan.
Lauren Avery Duvarney.
Prince Namacha.
Allison Lee Gabriel, cum laude.
Tianyuan Wang.
Camden James Cooper.
Sean Anthony Kerwin, cum laude.
Marissa Joy Dinell.
Lynn Baiga Sabuga.
Emma Rose Sharzan. Elijah Baranikov.
Samara Kayla Ramirez, summa cum laude.
Johnson Tram, cum laude.
Hirsain Dai.
Visarion Sika.
Joy Wanjiro Kimani.
Yanni Gersuis.
Elliot Matthew Benoit.
Matthew Gerald O'Connor.
Aiden Michael Noon.
Colin Robert Lyons.
Byron Eric Poole.
John Francis McMasters III.
Threet Ni Loak, magna cum
Dominic
laude.
Anisi.
Now announcing the graduates from Environmental Science. Madeline Grace Lawrence.
Brad M. Baxter.
Ethan Weir.
Jameson Quinn Metcalf.
Maria Adrian Banan.
Joseph Michael Plath.
Darren Elliott Dion.
Richard Francis Lucas magna cum laude.
Alexander Michael Brown.
Matthew Paul Moriello, cum laude.
Brian John O'Leary.
Daniel Bourget.
Maya Dakota Sanders.
Anthony T. Zaleski, summa cum laude.
Alex Gronblum.
Amer Hukanovich.
Katie Ann Elizabeth Steves, magna cum laude.
Jared Patrick Dahlgren.
John William McNary.
Anthony Costa Racy.
Roberly Hernandez.
Denora Naomi Ruiz Montano.
Now announcing the graduates from Geography. Celia May Germain, magna cum laude.
Jack Roderick, cum laude.
Jack Duggan Maynard.
Ryan Michael Butler.
Gwen Elise Ernest.
Adam Einberg.
Now announcing the graduates from Health Education.
Soklik Kim.
Matthew Kevin Trongone.
Joshua Todd Gadway, magna cum laude.
Luis Alamo.
Nicholas Raymond Warren.
Now announcing the graduates from Mathematics.
Rebecca Elizabeth Belendez.
Christina Zoe Soder, magna cum laude.
Alex F. Torres.
Lianza Celine Rue, cum laude.
Kyle James Sadusky.
Ariana Rose Casasanta, cum laude.
Ashley R. Morrigan.
Braden Wilcom, summa cum laude.
Now announcing graduates from Communication, Matthew Robert Powers, summa cum laude.
Liam Keaney.
Camden Carbonneau, cum laude.
Tommy Tech.
Alexander James Lucier, summa cum laude.
Ella Mary Bulu, summa cum laude.
Damar Langford Sr.
Now announcing the graduates from nursing.
Anas Mahood Awad, cum laude.
Michaela Elizabeth O'Brien, cum laude.
Cullen Francisco Johnson.
Max Francis O'Connor, cum laude.
Gianna Lynn Bianchi.
Angela Mary Colanis, cum laude.
Robert James Leon, summa cum laude.
Megan Elizabeth Bonney.
Paige Leanne Saint Laurent, summa cum laude.
Emily Ann Dupuy, magna cum laude.
Samantha Torres.
Emily Castle McNamara, cum laude.
Emma Jean Christian, magna cum laude.
Nora Kaylee Brady.
Leah Elise Clifford.
Sophia Teresa Farrow.
Elijah Alidor.
Hannah Elaine Erickson.
Fatima Gabene Sama.
Isabella Mealy.
Hilda Abneris Maladando.
Madison Jeanette Ferrara, cum laude.
Grace Duffy Harris.
Nicole Alyssa Ken.
Abigail Lee Bond, summa cum laude.
Allison Francis Burke.
Connor Truman Williams.
Haley Juliet Ritchie.
David George Kuczynski.
Amy Marie Lugie.
Rebecca Catherine Marr, magna cum laude.
Jenna N. Wade.
Kelly Ann Salaga.
Sarah Elizabeth Dowd, magna cum laude.
Matthew James Peckham.
Gabrielle Francois Hazelrig, magna cum laude.
Matthew Thomas Noonan.
Caitlin Marie Brindle, cum laude.
Jason Jose Zelaya.
Emma Rose Willett.
Charlie Owusu, magna cum laude.
Maya Lorraine Bond.
Gina Jalal Khalid.
Shelby Bordeaux.
Kauthar Frederick.
Abigail Kojel, magna cum laude.
Now announcing graduates from Economics, Jillian Francis Fredrickson, summa cum laude.
Nolan Smith.
Jacob Matthew Perlstein, cum laude.
Owen Elias Cunningham.
Frank Vincent Butler, cum laude.
Jennifer Elizabeth Murtagh.
Cleary Atafua.
Madison Lynn McKay, magna cum laude.
Sam Isaac Lipka.
Megan Karen Tavares, magna cum laude.
Declan Ryder.
Sophia Elizabeth Cavallo, cum laude.
Now announcing the graduates from English, Mara Ruhawi, summa cum laude.
Kayleen Victoria LaRose, cum laude.
Leah Daniello.
Hannah Lynn Alex.
Tiernan Ashford Ivory O'Neill, magna cum laude.
Hannah Emma Correa, magna cum laude.
Ashley B. Harvey, summa cum laude.
Victoria Marie Bono, magna cum laude.
Dakota J. Ducey.
Harper J. Doherty, cum laude.
Crystal Lee Torres.
Madeline Marie Bayul Clark.
Samantha Marie Arguin.
Caitlin Little, magna cum laude.
Trenton Kenneth Lovejoy, magna cum laude.
Julia Marie Prue, magna cum laude.
Rafael Alexis Javier.
Ava Grace Lapointe, cum laude.
Matthew Laverne, magna cum laude.
Victoria Jen Guener.
Vignesh Vadi.
Ashley Minor, cum laude.
Josiah Begor.
Genesis Marcos Campos, cum laude.
Courtney Page Cristo.
Jamila Namaganda, cum laude.
Amelia Rose Hoffman, magna cum laude.
Ruth Nakyawa.
Chantal Ravenel.
Justice Owiti, cum laude.
Stacy Wanjiku Wanjohi.
Caitlin Georgiana Amadon.
Now announcing the graduates from history, Nicholas Pettigrew.
Maura Bernier.
Tyler Joseph Campanelli.
Now announcing the graduates from occupational studies. Haley Lynn Strom, cum laude.
Ioni Chatsopoulos, magna cum laude.
Abigail Evan McDowell.
Isaac Imani Devardo Guzman.
Abigail Lynn Wing, magna cum laude.
Nicole Annette Cameron.
Ava Elizabeth Gessner, summa cum laude.
Aiden Gabriel Schnare, magna cum laude.
Michaela Kimberly Davenport, magna cum laude.
Savannah Grace Devine, summa cum laude.
Grace Evelyn Labenstein.
Brandon Robert Dulac, cum laude.
Haley Elizabeth Santos, cum laude.
Brody Christopher Kyle Jakes.
Paige Elizabeth Brainerd.
Harrison Lee Phipps.
Ashley Judith Zamito.
Chandler Keith Susi, cum laude.
Sarah Kamier, cum laude.
Bogomil Changov, cum laude.
Francesca Marina Howe, cum laude.
Kristen Erin Walchuk, magna cum laude.
Caitlin Ann Wallace, cum laude.
Now announcing the graduates from political science, alla tante, summa cum laude.
Jacqueline Pesa, magna cum laude.
Abigail Marie Peters, summa cum laude.
Sarah Elizabeth White, cum laude.
Dedrick Adam Boblitz Jr., summa cum laude.
Now announcing the graduates from public health. Annabelle Santiago, summa cum laude.
Emanuele Zina, cum laude.
Gracie Saveda Victoriano.
Nolan G. Launstein.
Pedro Hidalgo.
Takesha Peerville.
Kelly Doe.
Now announcing the graduates from psychology, Chelsea Marjorie Collagio, summa cum laude.
Olivia Manning.
Nicole Marie DeRoche.
Mathieu Bayonne.
Chanel Anne Leboisier.
Nayeli Andrade, cum laude.
Jessica Marie Izquierdo.
Camilla Alejandro Tameo Maldonado.
Jenna Jennison.
Abigail Grace McDonald.
Mia Biroso.
Matthew Curtis Herget.
Luma Villalva Reyes.
Taylor Cassidy Ludden.
Caroline Martins do Espírito Santo.
Naima Jordan.
Virna Liz Villegas.
Jasmine Oisoy Bonsu.
Christina Lee Howland, summa cum laude.
Ariana Maggie Mandela.
Jennifer J. Fenner.
Isabel Marie Vaca, magna cum laude.
Sylvia M. Rodriguez.
Olivia Mary Beichel.
Liam Michael Hale.
Megan K. Bardis, cum laude.
Andrea Jane Pearson.
Emily Elizabeth Ailes.
Leah Mary Adams, cum laude.
Thomas Narasevich.
Virginia Teresa Mayville.
Ariana Constant, magna cum laude.
Ashley Elizabeth Mulhern, cum laude.
Caroline Ann Gilson.
Celia Vinaco.
Madison M. Gould.
Jordan Lucella Geloso, cum laude.
Midgie Solomon.
Alexis Rose Dokolil.
Sophie Marie Burns, cum laude.
Caitlin Patricia Hackinson.
Morgan Aaliyah Vance.
Taylin Pope.
Nicole Marie Meekin.
Rachel Fiona Nash, magna cum laude.
Gabby Hassan Adan.
Beatrice Sarowitz, summa cum laude.
Emmanuel Seagrain.
Ashley Marie Weeks Paquette. Gregory Andrew Borbo, summa cum laude.
Asia Hamzat Alanja.
Danielle Marie Boscolo.
Afiu Kanadu Ajuatman.
Hannah Marie Mayu.
Esther Mensa.
Nathan Couture.
Frida Osei Livingstone.
Azeli Lorena Loyo.
Elsie Wanjuro Kanju.
Miranda DeVoe.
Matthew Papaham Jefferson.
Jessica Celeste Tiva.
Alexis Elizabeth Martinez.
Kiera Bronwyn Mills, magna cum laude.
Shalise Gaziana Louise.
Camden Dolan Brannon.
Zoe Lee Burdick.
Olivia Helen Fortier.
Tanner Cosmo Fideli, cum laude.
Amber Elizabeth Blake, cum laude.
Tyler Joseph Smith.
Phoebe Elizabeth Malcolm.
Xavier Ronald Cazada.
Samantha Donnell.
Alethea Idris Dahoud.
Madison Taylor Avila, cum laude.
Chantel Lee Ricard, summa cum laude.
Janessa DeRocha.
Beatriz Carvalho, magna cum laude.
Kaylin Elizabeth Joyce, magna cum laude.
Caitlin May Merrill.
Megan Rose Kessler.
Jaden Lee Karen.
Nicole Leas.
Daniel Libatori.
Caitlin R. Zanaro.
Jordan Olivia Collins.
Samantha Alicia Stearns.
Erin Kathleen Bailey.
Emily Sarah Back.
Kyle Christopher Darrigo.
Tanaya Latrice Safford.
Egan Charles Davidson.
Carly Ann Doreen Kearns.
Isaac Francisco Tyson.
Shaylin A. Anderson.
Paul Michael McCafferty.
Khalid Luong.
Now announcing the graduates from Criminal Justice.
Emma Conley, cum laude.
Isabel Tallulah Taylor, sum cum laude.
Madison Jean Brower, cum laude.
Kaylee Elise LeBron.
Connor Thomas Smith.
Zuhaidi Encarnacion.
Connor Mark Green.
Cameron Doyle McLaughlin, cum laude.
Santiago Rodriguez Dietri.
John Patrick Ryan, magna cum laude.
Maria Fernanda Vieira de Assisi.
Jace Evan James Lindsay.
Samantha Diodonato.
Sawat Zeki.
Olinga Kasango, magna cum laude.
Gisela Artemis Pala.
Tatiana L. Lopez.
Saul Soto.
Emily Christine Brooks, magna cum laude.
Brandon Abdu Noom.
Sarah Rose Nizikoski, magna cum laude.
Isabella Larissa de Oliveira, summa cum laude.
Andrew Emmons, magna cum laude.
Narishka Melendez.
Ashton Verdi, magna cum laude.
Christopher Naples.
Cassidy Morgan Arbuckle.
Elizabeth Rodriguez, summa cum laude.
Kylie Amanda Sullivan.
Ashley Reyes Andujar.
Phoebe Grace Nelson, magna cum laude.
Bruna Costa, cum laude.
Catherine Jane McMenamin, summa cum laude.
Samuel Ashton Cantos, summa cum
Madison
laude.
Elizabeth Dungy, magna cum laude.
Colby Graham Armstrong.
Andrea Rose Harding, summa cum laude.
Grace Elizabeth Charette, summa cum laude.
Kate Elizabeth Durosu, magna cum laude.
Kaylee Cunningham, cum laude.
Ashley Olivier Cloutier.
Brandon Demora, cum laude.
Eliza Isis Sullivan.
Talisha Nicole Torres, cum laude.
Gavin Scott Bore, magna cum laude.
Patricia Marie Rasmussen.
Ella James Kreidler, magna cum laude.
La India Francois, cum laude.
Petra Rose Aswat.
Olivia Lavelle.
Drew Arthur Fleming.
Nicholas Gianni Holmes.
Kayla Ashley Molfetto.
Alexander William Tebow, cum laude.
Molly Claire Stevens.
Dylan Patrick Hall, cum laude.
Mackenzie Ann Soboleski, magna cum laude.
Drew Stephen Von Klock, cum laude.
Charles Carino Fox.
Subi Louis Kosozi Nugua.
Now announcing the graduates from Sociology, Amy Madahi Pui Hernandez.
Dion Gabriel Osi Sarpong.
John Jelena Na.
Austin Shea Michelson, cum laude.
Adelina Correra.
Jacob Mata.
Tony T. Pham.
Eric Sebastian Samayoa.
Gianna Frucci.
Nathan Scott Lewis, magna cum laude.
Kirsten Riley Erickson.
Cody John Porcello, magna cum laude.
Oliver Bauer.
Martin Gurgowinski, magna cum laude.
Neve Mary Duffy.
Amanda Sokas, cum laude.
Abdul Qadir Abdullahi.
Ajani Larry.
Sean C. Gilbarton.
Justin Sneed.
Nicholas N. Asi, magna cum laude.
Nicole Christiana Davidson.
Carrie L. Hale.
Julie Elizabeth Rooney.
Margaret Hughes April, cum laude.
Brooke Elizabeth Minardi.
Madison Ann Dondero.
Jaslyn Marie Fajardo.
Regan Marie Blow.
Jessica Guerrero, cum laude.
Rumari Quieto.
Juliana Caroline Beaudry.
Now announcing the graduates from theater, Delaney E. Norcia, summa cum laude.
Sarah Ann McIntosh, cum laude.
Aiden J. Bordeaux, cum laude.
Madison Robillard, magna cum laude.
Now announcing the graduates from visual and performing arts, Angel Miguel Sotomayor.
Randy Marie Wood, cum laude.
Eunice E. Fontanez.
Kelly Ann Zamanagos.
Now announcing the graduates from Spanish, Stephanie Arias.
Sage Friedland, magna cum laude.
Paola Sofia Burgos Santiago, cum laude.
Mark Gendro.
Nisa Omaira Diaz Rodriguez.
Zivian Eduardo Batalas.
Now announcing the graduates from Spanish translation, Gabriela Lucia Torna, magna cum laude.
Michael Ferrante.
Now announcing the graduates from urban studies, Morgan Marie Mercandante, cum laude.
Bemba Koroma.
Skylar Rose Adcock.
Megan Ann Schultz, summa cum laude.
Melody Rose Byrne, cum laude.
Now announcing the graduates from Education and Interdisciplinary Studies, Early Childhood. Riley Madison Clark, summa cum laude.
Sinead Christine Resendez.
Emma Rose, cum laude.
Now announcing the graduates from art, Diogo Augusto da Silva Machado.
Allison Patricia Pine.
Erin Jane Preston.
Nicole Anne-Marie Clemente.
Now announcing the graduates from liberal studies, Paige Emerson Flora Lamoureux, summa cum laude.
Sarah Louise Goslin, magna cum laude.
Brandon Goris.
Joseph B. Beauregard IV.
Alexi Jose Dupree.
Kylie Marie Waslek.
Christopher Wunsch.
Caitlin Irene Bindas.
Sarah Julia Fontaine.
Kelsey Graves. Jocelyn Norma
Salazar.
Rudder, cum laude.
Jaslyn Michia Palomino.
Kaylee Deegan.
Ayana Stone.
Destiny Marty Joseph.
Wubert Solomon Gizwa.
Annette Michelle Ramirez Cruz, magna cum laude.
Giselle Boatneg.
Grace Marie Ortez.
Kobla Kekli Temekwu.
Caitlin Elizabeth McNamara.
Andre Portence Luciano.
Jesse Elliott Gilardi.
Lorena de Oliveira Santos, cum laude.
Elizabeth F. Scanlon, summa cum laude.
Haley Maziel Robles.
Jacqueline Citrone.
Dela L. Drainville.
Megan R. Quinley.
Stephen Griffin Grenham.
Emma Catherine Clark. Regan Grace Chapakeski. Carly Sophia McElroy. Savannah Marie Russell. Cassidy Marie Saxa. Erin Donahue, summa cum laude. Now announcing the graduates from Educational Studies. Ashley Jill Cooper, magna cum laude. Nicholas James Farrell. Now announcing the graduates from Elementary Education. Sophia Rose Clark, summa cum laude. Julia Rose Perkins, magna cum laude. Ashley M. Hurley, cum laude. Emma Ann Grande, cum laude. Kali Marie Ellis, magna cum laude. Kathrina Baloli, magna cum laude. Emily M. Hayden. Grace Elizabeth Mealy, cum laude. Rebecca Ann Chilton, magna cum laude. Emily Margaret Carney, cum laude. Riley Louise Tinkoff. Santina Melinda Altamaro, cum laude. Katie Elizabeth Frohock. Caitley Marie Daly, summa cum laude. Chloe Elizabeth Kessler, summa cum laude. Ryan Wilson Pierce. Emma Jane Lamper, magna cum laude. Sophia Grace Parvalotis, cum laude. Cassidy Jara Nielsen. Haley M. Scollard. Olivia Catherine Kearney. Heather Marie Trudeau, magna cum laude. Amanda Lee Schramm. Jackson Ronald Boyd, summa cum laude. Sean Robert Allen. Owen Christopher Dupre, magna cum laude. Kiara Jade Dean, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Cox. Emily Page Dumney, cum laude. Brooklyn Grace Jobert, cum laude.
Degrees will now be presented to graduates who are seated on the stage and to those wonderful class marshals. Please come forward as your name is called. Kyram Reuben Poe, Jr., Communication, summa cum laude. Daniel Shu, Business Administration. Elaine Asamoah, Communication, Visual and Performing Arts, magna cum laude. Lily Grace Duvarney Morgan, Criminal Justice and Psychology, summa cum laude. Chantel Electra Gonzalez, Theater. Class Marshals, Kamara Tia Mavis Hilton, Education, cum laude.
You skipped a student.
All right. Abby Lynn St. Martin, Public Health, cum laude. Kayla Natalie Carmona, Business Administration. I now call forward Dana Perry, Class of 2016, President of the Alumni Association's Advisory Board, and Chantel Gonzalez, Class of 2025, Committee Member, for the ceremonial passing of the alumni flag.
Will all Worcester State alumni in the audience and on stage please rise? Will all graduates please rise? It is now my honor to pass this flag, symbolizing your transition from students to alumni. The class marshals will now lead all graduates in the turning of the tassel from the right side to the left, an act symbolizing receipt of the undergraduate degree. Welcome to the Worcester State University alumni family.
I respectfully request that graduates and their guests remain standing at their seats until the recessional platform party, faculty, and administrators have exited the arena. Please be aware that students will be exiting up the stairs to the second floor. Please honor them by letting them pass before you leave your seat. Congratulations, class of 2025.